I know this isn't canon, but please hear me out. So, what if the Dead Zone was canon? Thus, resulting in a different progress through the Blackwater Mist being released. What I'm saying, Gohan, Krillin, Marin, Icarus, they're all, they get infected by the Blackwater Mist instead of avoiding it somehow, and they are turned into demons. How will this affect future Trunks and Goku's arrivals? And, like in the video game DBZ Budokai Tenkaichi 3, Krillin goes, Garlic Jr.'s come back! Didn't we seal him up? Oh. Let's see how it goes. Gohan is not pushed into the cave, and thus he gets infected and gets the pink eye thing. Yeah, that chest piece is gone. And then Krillin and Marin are not underwater and are infected. Well, there's no one left to stop him. Wait. We have one other person.
Yeah, I'm here to save the day. The big bad pickle man. Ouch.
And Piccolo. No. Big failure for him. Plus, he wouldn't make an entrance like that. He'd make a more badass entrance like when Gohan's about to get killed by Bojack and he just special beam cannons the blast away. That's not gonna help him. Piccolo ends up getting subdued by Garlic Jr. himself as he kills the other 4 Spice Boys. He kills all of them. And he ends up getting infected by Garlic Jr. But because Piccolo can't be infected, he is just gonna get killed. Sorry all you Piccolo fans, but non-canon stuff kills Piccolo. Without Gohan to rage boost, Garlic Jr. takes over the world. Everyone is infected. But wait, what about Vegeta? Well, he arrives. He's about to win, when out of nowhere, an infected Gohan bites him, and Vegeta ends up being infected. Oh, God. Darn it, everybody. I'm like, this is worse than Dr. Raichi's Ghost Warriors right here. And then future Trunks arrives to stop Frieza and King Cold, who just arrived. He defeats them, like he does. And then Trunks is like, hey, Frieza, I'm gonna longsword style you. Trunks, he has shown up to save the day. Except there's really no one to save after this, but as he just shows up and, like he always does, Shining Sword Attack! Ha! Because Trunks goes that he has no time for those fools. Just saying. By the way, shout out to Mondo Cool for using Boxa as the name for Goku when he's raced by the Briefs. That was a really good idea. That was really, really good. And King Cold watches in horror. Yay! Kill him! Just PS, the Z Fighters weren't there. They're all infected, and Trunks will find out about them later. Clang. And then King Cold is like, please, join me, mister. I don't really know what your name is, but I bet it sounds like some sort of clothing. Please join me, and we can rule the galaxy as not-so father and son. And then Trunks is like, hey, can you make a television show based off of it? And King Cold's just not paying attention to what Trunks just said at all. He's instead just inspecting Trunks' awesome sword. And Trunks is like, hey, Mr. Cold, are you listening? Hey! And Cold's like, no! And Trunks is like, fudge you, son of a biscuit! Ah! And King Cold's like, oh, I'm sorry, please let me go! And Trunks is like, no. And then Trunks is like, you fool, I won't join you unless you let me make a TV show based off of our adventures! And Trunks just kills him. Hanging upside down. Because old King Cold was not a merry old soul. He ended up paying for his misactions of not letting Trunks make a TV show. And he paid for it with his life. Trunks then looks around for the Z-Fighters that should have shown up by now, but they're not there. That's weird, Trunks thinks to himself. How? Why are they not here? They should be here. They were supposed to be here, and Goku was supposed to come to save them by killing Frieza and King Cold. How has this not happened yet? Trunks, confused at why they're not there, he just dashes away and is going to fly to the nearest settlement and town to ask about what's going on. Trunks is just going to travel around, and he is eventually just going to run into people that are infected. They're going to attack him and try to bite him, but he's going to get away every time. But it's going to keep getting more and more severe until he eventually runs into, you already know that Gohan's infected. Well, Trunks is just going to run into him. He's going to run into Krillin, who's also infected, as well as Garlic Jr., who had, because Vegeta, before being infected, he had killed, he came here and he was infected, so, because he had already killed the Spice Boys, yeah, Gohan, Krillin, and Vegeta are basically the new minions of him. Yeah, Trunks is gonna be freaking out. He is gonna get away after a fight with them, as he just goes Super Saiyan and flees. He doesn't want to fight Gohan or Vegeta, because he's afraid he's gonna kill them. He just flies away and he, after images, does something and gets away from them. However, freaking out, not knowing what to do, he's gonna wait for Goku to arrive. Trunks does wait, and Goku does arrive. And Trunks is like, Goku, please, something crazy is happening. Everyone's acting weird and it's trying to attack me, and this weird, short, teal-looking dude took over their minds, and I need your help. Goku's like, is it Garlic Jr.? P.S. There is no sparring between Goku and Trunks. There is no sparring.
Sorry about all of the secrecy, but I really need your word that you won't tell anybody else what I'm about to say.
Well, I've never had a problem keeping secrets, but sure, you have my word.
Thank you. My name is Trunks. This is going to sound really strange, but I'm not from this time. I traveled here in a time machine 20 years from the future.
After Trunks makes his introduction, Trunks does at this time tell Goku about the androids and the heart virus, as they're planning on taking down Garlic Jr., as Goku had informed Trunks that it must be Garlic Jr., being how Goku had been described from Trunks. It's gonna end up with Goku and Trunks teaming up to take down Garlic Jr., and Garlic Jr., he's just gonna be no match for two Super Saiyans here. Just originally, when Trunks first fought the infected Vegeta, Gohan, and Krillin, he wouldn't bring it to himself to actually attack Vegeta and Gohan, no matter what had happened to them. It's just also for plot, but yeah, he just flees, goes Super Saiyan and flees. It doesn't bother anyone. Garlic Jr. decides not to track him down, thinking that he's just scared and he's just going to come back and try to fight eventually, and is just going to get bitten and infected too. But no, with Goku, Trunks and Goku just, they obliterate Garlic Jr. I mean, yeah, he can just regenerate and come back because he's immortal, but Goku or Trunks is probably going to do something drastic like break him in half and then trap him in two separate things that'll keep him from regenerating into one whole, and it'll just make him painfully regenerate over and over and over and over and over for eternity. And then Goku and Trunks will they'll just ask Kami, and in the other world, Goku's gonna teleport to King Kai. He's gonna find King Kai and ask where's Kami, as Piccolo is dead. So Kami tells Goku to free Mr. Popo. Goku frees Mr. Popo, and they release that other stuff. Everyone is cured, and it kind of goes back to the original track that it was originally. It just kind of goes back to it, just Goku is really the only one who knows about this. However, Trunks does leave before everyone is cured, and Goku just tells Goku and Piccolo plan on telling everyone about the androids from that some person, except Vegeta doesn't know about Trunks and doesn't know what he looks like. That's all. It does go back to the Android Saga. Everything goes back to normal from here on out, and it was a more awesome saga. Thank you for listening, and I hope you watch the next video.